Hello, YouTube family. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm back again to read to you some more from my In Touch devotional. And this devotional is entitled Jesus is Lord. I'll be reading from my Bible, Romans 14, 7 through 12. For none of us lives to himself, and no one dies to himself. For if we live to the Lord, and if we die to the Lord. Therefore, whether we live or die, we are the Lord's. For to this end Christ died and rose and lived again, that he might be Lord of both the dead and the living. But why do you judge your brother? Or why do you show contempt for your brother? For we shall all stand before the judgment seat of Christ. For it is written, As I live, says the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to God. So then each of us shall give account of himself to God. Therefore let us not judge one another any more, but rather resolve this, not to put a stumbling block or cause to fail in our brother's way. Amen. Just in case you're wondering, I read from the New King James Version Study Bible. Okay. I'll read the devotion. In the New Testament, Lord is commonly used title for Jesus Christ. Although it is rare to hear this term used in our daily life, there is a similar word with which we are all quite familiar, boss. That's basically what Lord means, one possessing authority. In the Word of God, Jesus is described as the head of the church, the ruler over all creation, and the Lord of lords, and King of kings. Christ's reign covers everything that happens in heaven and on the earth. No one, not even someone who denies his existence, is free of his rule, or outside his authority. Although Satan tried to convince us that freedom is found in doing what we want, the only way to be truly free is through submission to Jesus Christ. Have you submitted to his rule over your life? Jesus' authority might cause anger or fear in those who haven't yielded to him, but we who have trusted in his goodness, surrendered to his authority, and experienced his loving kindness, take great comfort in knowing him as the Lord of our life. Amen. Alright. Hope you enjoyed the reading. Hope I meant something to you. And until I read to you again, God bless you all. Goodbye.